In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to do mod color blocking nail art. I call it mod because of the color choices, it's very 1960s, and color blocking because there are two separate and distinct blocks of color. For this, you are going to need clear base and top coat, a light color, for this I'm using a Tiffany blue, a darker color, for this I'm using a dusty brown, and clear tape. That's it. Behind the scenes, I've already applied the clear base coat and lighter nail polish color to my nails. I did this because that base color needs to be completely dry before moving on to the next step. If it's even a little tacky, the tape used in the next step will pull it right up from your nails. Make sure that the first color is dry. Once it's all totally dry, grab your clear tape. Take a piece that's just a bit wider than your nail. Place it across your nail so you're covering the part of your nail that you want to keep the original color. I found that it's easier to cover all the nails of one hand with tape before you start using the next color of nail polish. While pressing down on the tape onto your nail, don't press down too firmly. You also want to make sure that it's pressed down well on the edge that will be between each color. You don't want to wrap the tape all the way around your finger. The cool thing about this technique is that you can place the tape wherever you want on your nail. I chose to do it diagonally today, but you could put it up and down or straight across. It's totally up to you. Once the tape is on, it's time to paint with the darker color. Go ahead and paint your nails as you normally would, but make sure to go a little bit over the tape. Don't be afraid to get a little messy. Once you pull off the tape, you'll be creating a nice, crisp line. We chose to do the darker color second, because it does a better job covering the lighter color underneath. If you need to do more than one coat, go right ahead. Just make sure to leave the tape on in between coats. Because the nail polish I'm using is so thick, I didn't need to do a second coat. Unlike with the first color, you don't need to wait a long time for this one to dry. When peeling off the tape, it's better to do so when the paint is still tacky. So for this nail art design, start peeling the tape off as soon as you're done with the final coat of the darker color. Now it's time to peel off the tape. You want to do it in a slow and firm movement, pulling directly away from the nail. Slower is better. If you waited long enough after that first color, you shouldn't be able to pull any of the blue nail polish away from your nail underneath. Now, I want you to wait a little while for the darker color to dry a bit, and then you can move on to the clear top coat. Once it's dry enough, grab your clear top coat and have at it. The cool thing about this type of manicure is that you can use any colors you want. So, for instance, you could do a neat take on a French manicure. Use the same colors that you normally would for a traditional French manicure, but do an angled tip rather than a traditional tip. You could also choose colors that would work for holidays. For instance, red with green tips for Christmas, or white with blue tips for Hanukkah. Even light blue and light pink would be good for Easter. And that's it, guys. It really was as easy as that. I hope you liked the mod color blocking tutorial. Let me know if you have any questions.